This is just a quick unboxing of my tire pressure management system. I'm going on a road trip and decided to get some external sensors. Don't want to lose a tire along the way. So what have we got in here? There's a charging cable by the looks of it. You've got your left front, right and right rear sensor. I'll take those out in a second. There's a little sticker by the looks of it, and a little wrench and lock nuts in there. The unit itself comes in a bag. Put that away. Pretty straightforward. 3 buttons, charging port on the side. So that's the unit over there. Instruction manual. Looks like it's got fair instructions in English, and at the back there's a little more info, also some installation instructions. Everything's in English, so that's nice. As you can see, 3 buttons, left, some M for memory I guess, and the right button and an on-off switch from the left as well. So let's switch it on. There we go. Okay, so it looks like, you can see there's a little solar charging there on top by the looks of it. Everything's flashing 0 because none of the sensors are on. Oh, and it's charging. It's got quite a bit of sunshine today, so I'm standing in the shade, but it's charging. It's also picking up the temperature. So I've got a manual gauge, and I'm going to move to my tire now, and let's put one of these on and see how it works. Okay. So now I'm at my front left tire. Let me remove my valve cap. This is fairly straightforward by the looks of it. Just screws in. I'm not going to use the lock nuts today because I first want to check all my tire pressures and all of that before I lock in. Just at about 2.8. So I'm just going to screw this one on. Deflates a wee bit, and then immediately after it's on. And now things started happening on this side. Let's see. So it's picking up the left front. Looks very accurate. It says 2.9. Again, I was using one hand there for my gauge, so maybe not the most accurate reading I got there. So that's fair. Let's go through some of these settings here. So I'm going to press the M button in. So P high, I guess, is for pressure high. It's set to 2.8. That's why it was alarming. PL, that's low pressure. It's 1.4 at the moment. Oh, this is me switching between PSI and bar. In our country we use bar. So I'm happy with that. So here you can set the warnings. I obviously have to go a little lower. I'll leave the max at 2.9. Minimum at, it's gonna go a little lower because I'm actually going to go off-road and deflate my tires later on. So 1.2, I want a warning. That's the temperature. It's set to 65. Again, I don't know, when I drive I'll take a second video and see how hot it actually gets. And those are the settings, as simple as that. So I'll make a second video once I've used them to figure out how they work, once I've got all 4 sensors on as well, and also show you how the lock nuts work. So I've taken the sensor off, and I'm going to deflate my tire a little just to get it to pressure. So now it's just over 2.2, around about 2.3. Let's put the little sensor in so you can see if it actually picks up the change properly. There you go. It says 2.5. See, the temperature's changed as well by the looks of it. The little sun symbol comes on as well, so it's solar charging. I'm going to take it off quickly and do another manual measurement again. I don't know how accurate my manual gauge is. Here you can go, it's beeping because it's not happy with the fact that the sensor reading is down to 0. So my gauge still reads about 2.3. You can see it's not happy, sensor's off. Just press the button, stops beeping, sensor back on. .5. So yeah, between the two measurements, manual and this thing, it's not exactly the same. My main goal is to see if I lose pressure during my drive. So for my purposes and what I paid for this, I think it's a good buy. Here it is with all 4 of the sensors fitted. For my manual gauge, it read about 2.2 bar. This is showing 2.4. Again, maybe I'll check with a different gauge. I don't know which one is wrong. Temperatures all came up. The one side of the car is in the shade at the moment. And once I'm driving, I'll give an update on how hot it gets and how the pressure changes. And hopefully I don't get any pressure loss on my trip.